Boxing Media, the Fighters and Trainers channel, and most importantly, the People's channel. And we're here the day after the fight with Jaron Boots Ennis in Matchroom and Eddie Hearn in Philadelphia. He scores a first round, KO stoppage. I mean, what's your thoughts? What's your first initial reaction to the stoppage?
That's what it was supposed to be. That's we talked about it yesterday. I said he better. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do. He did what he was supposed to do.
Um, Eddie Hearn says, and the interview says that you guys will be impressed. He's this guy is tough. It didn't look like he was in there to win. He looked a little nervous. What would you have to say?
I mean, you can take a guy. I told you the guy didn't even have no amateur experience. So you could take a guy with more experience than Lima, take him outside of his country, and he would still be nervous. So with the lack of experience that Lima got, I mean, it was to be expected. His face was he was. I mean, that's from the beginning. Even from the stare down to me. Yeah, nah. I mean, he was nervous. Like Boost told him. Boost said, "You think this, you think that, but when you get in front of these people, it's gonna be totally different." You know what I'm saying? When you're in different countries, such as Japan, such as they're not like us. But Americans are assholes. I told you that when we came back from Japan, everybody was disrespectful. You can read the comments. There's nothing but respect. But the way America treat them, motherfuckers, yeah, we're gonna light you up. So it's a different type of energy. That was the man's 16th time ever stepping in the ring in 14 years. He took up boxing at 18 years old, and that was his 16th time ever stepping in the ring. I mean, I don't think anybody expected any different. But I mean,
I'm,
he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
I mean, obviously, when it comes down to the matchmaking per se, um, there's obviously lots of talks of other guys that could have been in there. You tell me. I mean, is that a killer for the people that went to the event?
Yeah, it's like if you can take it on the Mike Tyson effect. You can take it on the Mike Tyson effect. I just told you yesterday it was exactly what it was. I can't predict the future. Even going back to when the fight was taking so long to get made, I said he's looking for the perfect fighter. I did interviews everywhere. I said he's looking for the perfect fighter right there in front of him to make him look dominant, to make him look extraordinary. He had to do that. And that's what I said. I mean, I'm on record as saying all of this. So I mean, people they like to say I'm hating, but I can't tell you the future. But the future, my future, or what I say, I always seem to come true. So anyway, I mean, again, the guy was what he was. It was there to make him look dominant. But here's the thing about it though. It didn't move the needle for anybody except the fans that already was on board. That's the only people that it moved the needle for. It didn't move the needle for nobody else because the rest of the people are really extra mad.
I mean, in the same token, Eddie Hearn very happy about the result. Obviously, did a little video towards Oscar De La Hoya, letting him know this guy's the best. Jumping for joy, but in the same time, do you feel like the Virgil Ortiz is gonna be next? I mean, like, yeah, just listening to them, we're hearing that they want the titles, but what do you think?
I think that was embarrassing. I think that was the embarrassing part. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. I think Bosey handled himself the best out of the whole group. The way Bosey acted, no excitement, no emotions. He didn't expect anything different. Bosey was my son that he went out there and did what he was supposed to do. So I think Bosey in that situation handled it better than anybody. All the rest of them, even Boots jumping up and down and acting all excited about it, that was that's what made it worse. That's what's gonna make it bad for the people. It's like, come on, man, you said you needed a tune up. That's not a tune up. Matter of fact, shout out to Damian James, I think. He hit me in my first of all, I gotta say this. So people be wanting to hear me speak. I've been getting caught. Even when I try to bridge in, I just told you my phone won't stop buzzing, binging, like but shout out to my man. My man said that wasn't no tune up, that was an oil change.
So yeah, tune-ups. You want to go a couple rounds. You want to get a good opponent so that way you can
Yeah,
get acclimated to the weight
yes,
class.
yes,
I
yes.
mean, even hearing Lemma say, I can make 147 pounds too, and Boots obviously acknowledging that he was the bigger man. I mean, what do you think? Do you feel like he was the bigger man? And is that what what I know you said it don't move the needle, but what does it do?
I the only thing I think that happened yesterday was it made it the excitement that him and Eddie is showing after the fight.
Yeah.
I think that's the only thing that did anything to some people is gonna really upset them. Like what the freak are you doing? We trying to, you know what I'm saying? You jumping up and down about that. We trying to get fights and you excited about that. We not excited about that. You know what I mean? Like you just said, he sent a message to Oscar De La Hoya. They reached back out, and you see they sent the message back. Him and DeBella Entertainment, whatever. So that's not impressing nobody, man. That's not impressing nobody. It was bad. I think the only thing or whatever else, and y'all welcome. Y'all are welcome. The only thing is, and this came directly from me, is now he's calling out other names. Now he's gonna have to stand on it. Y'all are welcome. The fans, the haters, the supporters, whatever you want to be, you welcome. You
Mm.
feel what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring out the best in the man. No, again, nobody ever said that he not a good talent. Nobody ever said he was sorry. Nobody ever said any of that. You feel what I'm saying? All the other people are saying is that they just want to see it. They just want to see him fight. So for me to talk all the trash I talk out here, whatever else, you're welcome. I got him to sit here and call names. So now there's no there's no reason, there's no nothing. You know what Turkey coming with?
What's he coming with?
He coming with Michael.
Mm.
I told you in another interview. You gotta think what Eddie. Eddie is excited because he just appealed to Turkey. He just appealed to Turkey. You feel what I'm saying? So when you come to appeal to Turkey, that's why I told you he gonna sell him off. People, I don't think people understand how much less work that he got to do when he did with Turkey. That's why he said he would talk to your excellency. He has his own promotional company, but he's always talking about your excellency. Let's go to him and see what he said because it's free money. It's free money. It's like me. It's like I got a product over here that I know them guys over there need. So I'm gonna buy up this product over here and I'm gonna present it to these guys over here, and I'm gonna get my cut in the middle. This is not even hard, right? It's like selling dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like selling dope going straight to the plug versus going, you know what I'm saying, to the weight man. You gonna go to the weight man, or you gonna go to the plug? You going to the source. You feel me? So I mean that's what it is, man. So Eddie is gonna win. Eddie's gonna win either way. It ain't worry about the rest of that. He want to sell the fights to Turkey out of Sheik. Turkey out of Sheik was the one trying to make the Virgil fight. So I think he's definitely gonna be involved in that deal. So that way Eddie don't have to spend any money. All Eddie got to do is collect the check. That's all he got to do.
I even heard Eddie in an interview saying that Turkey would he could have did the Brian Norman and Boots fight, so you could clearly say that there was a certain amount of money that Matchroom wants to throw for fights, and you see that Eddie has he's kind of like his bank could be Turkey Al Sheik if Turkey Al Sheik approves on some of these certain matchups.
Right,
So
absolutely.
yeah, you can see that. Key pointer that you said thank you to the public. Um, he had no names to mention. Crawford, nobody. After the fight, you're right. All the names got mentioned. Even Charlo, right? Charlo got mentioned, which I don't know how the public would want to like perceive it due to the fact of such a layoff. And I know he was the former undisputed champion at once upon a time, but then also in a clip, some content there in the locker room with Eddie Hearn. He says, "We're gonna unify at 154, hopefully undisputed. Go to 160 and take care of that other guy, if he's still around." Talk to me about that promo clip per se, and Does it? And then Eddie, and then also Jaron Ennis, agreeing, saying kind of like, yeah, they're all in the way. What's your reaction?
I don't have no reaction to that. Like I said, the people. I mean, you speaking about greatness when you haven't even in this level. I'm sorry. On this like 147, he was able to unify with Stanionis, so that was the good thing that he did or whatever. But you're speaking about greatness at 154 when in the fans' eyes you haven't even done good at 154. We haven't even like again. Jaleel Hackett came out and said that he was the one that was looking at Lima. And Matchroom Eddie Hearn said that Lima does nothing in his career. So how does Lima does nothing for Jaleel Hackett's career with only 9 fights at the time, but he does something for Jaron in his career with 34 fights at the time? It don't make sense. It don't add up. You know what I'm saying?
Then at the end, he says, "I'm going on tour now." When you hear that, tell me, obviously leaving Philadelphia, but what do you get out of that knowing that he's signed to Matchroom?
I get that he's lying, and I also get that if he does go on tour, you're welcome again. Because that's another thing I've been saying. Again, I've been telling y'all he ain't went nowhere. He won't go nowhere. He won't leave. So I want him to shut me up personally. You feel what I'm saying? I want him to come shut me up personally. I mean that's good for boxing. I'm a boxing fan in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's clear that him and my son ain't gonna fight. It's clear that they don't even want that. They not even he like even now he ain't talking trash. He never did. He ain't gonna say nothing about my boy. You feel what I'm saying? At all. He ain't gonna say nothing about me or my boy. You feel what I'm at all? And you already got people talking about him moving up to 160. So it's already clear what they're gonna do. That fight probably ain't gonna never happen. He just gonna keep going the other way. You feel what I'm saying? So I have no reason. So now as a boxing fan, we all want to see it. We want to see him do what he said he's gonna do. That's it.
I mean, he did mention that this was gonna be, that Lemas was gonna be a tough fight. Watch, we're gonna talk about this fight after the fight. You're gonna tell, it didn't age well. So I mean, do you feel like he needs to do the right thing for Jaron Ennis? I mean, they asked him a few times, if it's not a title holder, who would it be?
Right.
Um, Eddie Hearn, answered the question for him. But you tell me, do you feel like if they don't get a title, shot, what would it be?
I feel like they're about to be shocked because I feel like Turkey out of sheet. Look out for his guys. I think Bakram is a Muslim, right?
I'm not sure.
I think he is. So if Bakram is a Muslim, I know Turkey out of sheet. Look out for his guys, whether it be Devin Haney, whether it be Hamza Shiraz. You feel what I'm saying? Abdullah Mason. I mean, he's going to look out for again like people tend to look out for their people. So I think the next fight you're gonna see Turkey out of Sheik saying, will they be behind the scenes or in front of the scenes? Is gonna be Bakram or Maratali is. He still don't have a fight. Bakram still don't have a fight. So I think that's what Eddie going. I mean not Eddie. I think that's what what's the name gonna come with next. And
Eddie,
it ain't gonna be in Vegas and it ain't gonna be in Philly. It's gonna be in Riyadh season. Probably on the February card.
I put that in my video the other earlier today too. Is like, where would that be? As far as these fights coming up, and I thought Rihad, especially with the Bakram fight. But tell me, is that looking at Bakram? Do you feel like he's that top level guy, and do you feel like they would perceive to go that direction, knowing that he has a he has an aura of being the boogeyman at 54?
I was about to say, I think Bakram is the Brian Norman of 147 at 154. Because when you got that power, it's not about skills no more. It's about damage and hurt that this person can do to you. It's about damage and hurt you've seen this person do to somebody else. You feel what I'm saying? We saw him do it to Tim Zoo or whatever else, who wasn't the best opponent, but it was a very that was a statement. The punches that he landed and the way he put him down, that was a statement what Bakram did to Tim Zoo. You understand what I'm saying? And that would have been no matter who the opponent was. Like he did it in a vicious way. That was a vicious manner of how he beat that man. It was vicious, and the look Tim Tszyu had on his face, like all of that, just played into the theatrics of who Bachman could be. We don't know how good Bachman is, but he will get all the credit in the world from everybody if he go take on a monster, like Bachman Maratalia. He will get all the credit for that. So I think Bachman gonna be the one. Bachman is gonna be the one that Turkey come with, and Bachman is gonna be the one that's offered. Whether they admit that in plain sight without taking it or not, that's probably gonna be something that don't get took and then you'll hear a whole bunch of hoopla about later on.
Bakram has the IBF title. He obviously the rehydration clause is attached to that. Um, Tell me, do
Yeah,
you
like
feel like that favor? Who does that favor? I mean, Jaron looked pretty good on the scale. Some people said that he looked a little dehydrated. So you tell me, do you feel like that favors the champion or maybe Ennis? Bakram's pretty
well,
big too.
yeah, no. I think in general, if they make that Bachman fight and then they make it outside of Philly, then it's going to be a test for Jaron Ennis big time because, again, he doesn't fight outside of Philly. He needs that hometown energy. He needs his people. He needs all of that to do what he do. That's why you hear all the stories about him in the gym and all the stories about him in Philly. That all he got to have his people. You know what I'm saying? He's a showboat for his people. So I think that'd be good to show that if you are the goods, you the goods wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it'll just be a strong test. So I don't know who it'll benefit, but I think that's the fight to make. Bakram and Boost is the fight to make. I think that Xander Zayas will give him a good test, but I think that Xander Zayas is a bit young and he need to grow into his man strength. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Xander Zayas, I like Xander. I don't think he hit that hard right now. I don't think he hit hard enough yet. So I think he's more of a more of an athletic talent right now, as opposed to like a dominant force right now. You feel what I'm saying? So when he grows into his manhood or whatever, again, like about a year or two, we like 22 still or what?
Yeah, 21.
Nah, he ain't 21. He like 22. So
Is it 22?
yeah, he at least 22. So when give him about a year or two or whatever, so they can do that Bachram. If they can do that Bachram by Natalia right now, let me call you back in a second. Call you back one second.
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 461 people on the live and only 36 likes. What do you think? Why do you think we only got 36 likes? Talk to me. Who's watching? See ya. What's this?
Nah,
40,
sometimes people,
460 people on the live.
yeah,
37
yeah. Now,
likes.
sometimes people just come on. Sometimes people just come on. Say hear the drama or whatever else. So you never know. They just come on and hear the juice. It's like when you cut the TV on, you ain't thinking about hitting like. You feel what I'm saying? It'll be a lot of videos that I'm on. I go back and I watch it a year later, and I'm like, damn, I never liked that, and I go back and like it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Like I said, apparently, I think that might be you this time, though. Can you hear me? All right. Yeah, is that good? All right. Yeah, what I was saying is again, the way my phone blew up last night, immediately after that fight, the way folks been hit me all in my inbox, I figured, okay, the people want to hear from me. So I'm gonna come out and let the people hear from us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and to the fans, again, y'all welcome. Y'all hear me talking my trash, he don't call nobody out, he go call somebody out. You feel what I'm saying? So, you're welcome. All I gotta tell you, you're welcome. The only one out here pointing out the facts that nobody else want to point out. So I'm pointing out what he needs to do. He say he going on tour because I say he never leave home. You're welcome. That's what we want him to do. That's what you want your champions to do. You are welcome.
Yeah, it was a completely different type of attitude from the media workout to like after the fight, and I would have to definitely agree on that. Obviously Eddie got to do his job to promote, but in the same time, the as the fighter, we all want to see what the fighter's saying. Like, are you gonna roll with your promoter? Are you not gonna
But
roll with your promoter? And it seemed like he rolling with the promoter, and he's saying, "Hey, if Crawford is still around, Jaron Ennis says he's in the way." I mean,
I don't
yeah,
think why would Crawford not going to be around? They don't. I mean, I don't even understand the. I don't understand the the thing for that. Look at what Crawford did. Look at what Crawford did at 140. Look at what he did at 147. Look at what he just did at 168. You understand what I'm saying? This man now moving like Crawford. Why? He don't even deserve the opportunity. What are we talking about? He don't. He don't deserve the opportunity. So that's not no hate. That's not no nothing. Like, can we say that Crawford went undisputed at 140? That's a fact. We got to say that's a fact. Crawford went undisputed at 147. That's a fact. Crawford fought names. That's a fact. Even taking it back to Brady's Prescott, a fight that Crawford was supposed to lose on enemy territory. That's a fact. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, Crawford went over to other countries to Rick, fight Ricky Burns. You want to say what you want to say about Ricky Burns or whatever else, but at least he went over there and he fought another man in his country. That's a fact. These are facts that we can't deny. Crawford wasn't trying to fight at Omaha all the time. Crawford was fighting homecoming fights in Omaha, and then he'll fill it up, and then he'll go somewhere else and fight somewhere else. That's what he was doing. That's a fact. So I mean, I don't. You can't be comparing. Like you can't jump the gun like that. You can't jump the line. There you go. You can't jump the line like that.
right, right. Um, obviously, some people say that that's the only fight that they really want to see Crawford in is Boots. Um, you know, some people say it. Some people also say, they don't want to see it at all. They think that the time is not. You got in the comments saying, "Hey, who is Jin Sasaki? How is he a killer?" I mean,
I'm
go
glad.
right
I'm
ahead and
glad
cook.
they asked. I'm glad they asked. I guarantee you, the person that said who is Jen Sasaki giving Boots all the credit in the world for Lima last night. Jen Sasaki. So well, watch this. Does Lima have more experience than Jen Sasaki? Yes or no? Yes or no, people. Does Lima have more experience than Jen Sasaki? Jen Sasaki knocked out 17 of his 20 opponents. Jen Sasaki, Jen Sasaki called us. He came over to America, got us. We went over to Japan on enemy territory and fought Jen Sasaki. You understand what I'm saying? We didn't go get Jen Sasaki and bringing him out of his country that he's never been out of because Jen Sasaki never been out of Japan. We went and fought Jen Sasaki in his comfort zone. Can we admit to that? Can we admit to that? We're gonna talk fast. Can we admit to that? Jen Sasaki was ranked number 2 on BoxRec before Brian Norman fought him. Jen Sasaki was ranked number 2 in the WBO when Brian Norman fought him. Jen Sasaki was ranked number 6 in Ring Magazine when Brian Norman fought him. Don't talk about a Jen Sasaki now. Don't talk about Jen Sasaki. And whoever just said Jen Sasaki was 140, oh boy, just said he could make 147. The guy from Portugal said he can make 147. The guy from
Yeah, my
Portugal never had an amateur career. The guy from Portugal just fought his 15th fight, 16th fight in another country. Again,
right.
y'all hate the facts. Don't look, man. When you talk to me, you got to talk the facts. I'm not the guy to come on here with that bullshit. Where you got to talk the facts, man.
We got 550 people on the live, only 68 likes. Smash the like button if you rocking with this content right now. And listen, if you ain't rocking with us, right, but you just enjoy boxing and the entertainment, double tap the screen. DJ Curtis, thank you for the 10 piece. No one gave Bud props for who beating who him and his team knew he was until he got the opportunity to fight the right opponent. In due time, Boots will do the same. Big shout out to the Normans.
Yeah, straight up. But this is what it is about that though. Is Bud was trying to fight the people he fought an undefeated Gamboa. He fought an undefeated Gamboa, Olympian, 30 something old. He was undefeated when Bud beat him. He was one undefeated when Bud knocked him out. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, what we talking about? Let's look at what we doing and what happened. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, I don't understand the obsession with Bud. It's an obsession with old boy people to put him with Bud. He's not with Bud. He's not doing what Bud doing. He's not moving how Bud moving. Go back and look for yourself. Every fight that Bud had from 2014 to now was a title fight. It was a title defense or a title fight. He didn't drop no belts and move. No, he moved up and fought a champion in the next weight division. He went and did what he said he was going to do, and he went undisputed in the weight division. He did it again, and then he did a skip on Madrimov or whatever else. Took an easy fight because at this point now he's older. Now he's trying to go for the big dog, and that was in Canelo. So he wanted to make a pit stop in 154. And that's what we talking about. He went and then he was not here running and screaming like after bombs. He wasn't out here after Madrimov. He wasn't out here, he didn't jump up and down after he beat Madrimov and act like he was on top of the world. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, we got 600 people now on the live, 115 likes. Let's match it up, guys. Smash a like button, match the energy that we giving out. JoJo Boxing Channel, thank you for the $2. Boots haven't fought anyone. Keep it 100.
That's what I'm saying. People, look, listen. Again, I don't mind talking now because the stuff that was in my inbox this morning and last night, whatever else, they want to hear from me. People want to hear from me. People saying, "Hey, man, we got to get you. What you think about that BS?" I mean, all night long, all morning long. Some of y'all I ain't even answer. Some of y'all I ain't even to look at. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like, it's not just me. People think no. Boxing fan, this is what the majority now. We got to remember this. When you're going the wrong way, you got to point it in the right direction. You can see the trajectory, whether you're going downhill or uphill. You can see that. Okay, if we start on a high horse, we're talking about Jaron Ennis now. He start on a high horse where everybody loved him. You feel what I'm saying? We can take it back to August last year when before he fought Karen. Everybody loved him. Before he fought Karen the second time, everybody loved him. Like it would be hard to find people with anything bad to say about him. You found a few that say he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. You found a few people back then. Now it's the exact opposite. That means it's going in the wrong way tremendously. It's going tremendously in the wrong way at a fast pace. People tired of this. People spending their money. What I'm saying, they getting their hopes up. They looking for this. They looking for that. You got people calling a man a monster that's only been in the ring for 15 times his whole life. He 32 years old and he went pro at 18 years old. I'm sorry, he started boxing. He started boxing at 18 years old. That was by him. He started boxing, picked up boxing at 18 years old, and he only had 15 fights in 14 years. And that's from the time he even began boxing. He fought in his country. You feel what I'm saying? He fought in other people's country that are nice. Those people are nice. America is not nice. We don't show love to foreigners. No, we gonna boo you up out of there. You feel me? So, I mean, what we
Wendell,
talking about, man?
Wendell, thank you for the 5 piece. Brian Norman, don't fight at home because he's not a headliner.
Well, I mean, last time I checked, Boo's first fight at home, major fight, because he fought at home a lot. So let's see if we can do a fact like this. Boo's first fight at home at Wells Fargo Arena, was he 27 years old? Can we get an okay on that one? Can we get a,
Mm.
can we get a fact, can we get a fact check on that one?
Yeah, well, as soon as he got with Eddie, he brought him
As soon
home.
as he got with Eddie, that's when he did his first big headline at home, right? Well, guess what? Top Rank tried to give B his first big headline at home at State Farm Arena in October this month right here, but we chose David Haney fight.
Mm.
You can't mess with me, man. Stop it. Cut it out. 24
Big
years
moves.
old. 24 years old. Third title defense. 24 years old. Third title defense against the youngest undisputed champion, male champion ever. Who's stepping like that? Who's stepping like that?
Like it.
Help me understand. Third title defense. Y'all hate the facts burn y'all skin up. It burn y'all skin up. Fact. Third title defense at 24 years old in another country. Second back-to-back title defense in another country. Not city, not town. 18 hours away. Thousands of miles away. Who moving like that? Not y'all, guys. Stop it. You feel what I'm saying? The man, listen to me. I can do this all day because up here the facts are all in him. I know what's going on. Ain't nobody saying, okay, they saying Brian Norman ain't fault nobody, but guess what? He finna have a bigger resume than the guy you just saw fought last night on his 35th fight, 36th fight. Is that true? Is
Mm.
that true that after no matter what, after November, say at 24 years old, Brian Norman Jr. will have a bigger name on his resume than y'all guy has had in all of them years of going through two now his second division in boxing. Can we get that? Can we get a fact on that? I
See,
mean,
the
I
thing.
can't I can't read all the comments. So y'all want a super chat? Read the super chat. Let me see what they talking about. Y'all
All
know I,
right,
I, don't, duck, I don't duck no smoke.
let's
Let's
get
talk,
it.
let's talk facts. Let's
Let's
talk
get it.
facts, baby. Let's get
Let's
it. Let's talk facts. Let's get it.
smash the like button, y'all.
I'm not.
Subscribe to
I'm
the
not the
channel if you
one.
guys haven't, and
I'm
let's
not the
get the
one. I'm
super
not.
chats.
Listen. I'm not the one you're gonna do this with because the what you think you got, I'm going to roast you with it because I
Come
know what's
on, y'all.
actually going on.
Come on, y'all make the channel more hot. Let's get the smoke going on. Alan Day, thank you for the 5 piece. Boots called these guys out after a tune-up. If it's that
Man,
easy, why not fight all those guys instead of having a career full of showcase bouts?
again, the people are starting to see. They
Mm.
are starting to see what can I do. I can't do nothing but talk. I can't make it true. I can't make it true. I can't make nothing true. So if I say what comes true, comes true. I told everybody when it took a long, long time for him to find an opponent, I kept saying, he still ain't got no opponent. He still ain't got no opponent. He still ain't got no opponent. I called YSM. I said, look, bro, he's looking for the perfect opponent. I said it on every interview. I said it's taking so long to get a fight because he's looking for the perfect opponent. I said, look at what Brian Norman Jr. just did to Jen Sasaki. He got to come back and look dominant. You feel what I'm saying? He can't come back off of that and give another Karen performance. He can't come off of that and give another David Avenesian performance. He wasn't putting people out. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't knocking them out. He's stopping them on the stool. They quitting in the corner. You know, all of that. So it's pressure on him to be that way. He still didn't knock him out. He still ain't putting nobody on the stretcher. Even the man with 15 fights, he still ain't putting nobody on the stretcher. You feel what I'm saying? And he got clipped before he did. I mean, let's be real. The punches that he landed, although good, when he got clipped, he just went wild. He just went crazy and threw punches from everywhere. That's what he did. He just started throwing punches. When he
It
got hit with
seems
that right hand, he just started throwing punches.
and it seems to me that Eddie Hearn also got to take time and picking up these opponents. Don't rush it. You know what I mean? If let give it some time, especially if you want a certain name, let it go 24 hours. You know what I mean? Shit, 48 hours. You know what I mean? Don't rush these opponents. That way you get these names. But Slay Tay, thank you for the 5 piece. Jin was knocked out before Norman, or I'm
Did Norman put him to sleep and put him on the stretcher? Was he put on a stretcher? Wait, he wasn't knocked out. He was stopped. I saw the fight. He was stopped. He was never knocked out. He was stopped. It's a difference. Anthony Hiroka, he was stopped. And he was on his feet when he was stopped, still trying to fight. Brian Norman, Brian Norman put him to sleep for minutes, for 10 minutes. I was in the ring. When he didn't wake up till he got out the ring. I heard him say, I heard the deep breath he took when he woke up. Yeah, I was there. I was there. I witnessed it. I saw it. We didn't know what the hell happened. He was behind us. They took him out of the ring on the same side we was on, and then you heard him go, and we looked. When I looked, and I saw his head. I'm behind him now. I saw his head lift up. Jensen Saka had never been knocked out. I ain't never seen your guy put nobody on the stretcher. Now to this day, he done fought the easy. He done fought the easy opponents. My son done put two people out on the stretchers. You want me to post that video later? He done sent two people out on the stretcher.
Mm,
Two,
mm.
two. Jensen Saka not the first one. It's another one out there. He's sending them out there on the stretcher.
Smash a like button, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 648 people on the live and only 162 likes. Break the curse, y'all. Wendell, thank you for the two piece. Headliner in State Farmer Arena against who?
It's gonna be a good opponent. Don't worry about it. We got to take care of we got to take care of what's at hand. Now, I tell you what, it's gonna be against an opponent better than Lima. The fuck are you talking about? You can't stop it. You can't be on a book segment and then ask me headline in the State Farm Arena against who, like he didn't just go fight David Avenesian after talking about him when Crawford was fighting him, like he didn't just go fight and on 2 months notice, like he didn't just go fight Lima, a guy with 15 fights who he admitted he never didn't know, he never heard of until the other day. Like, come on, bro. Stop it. Stop playing with me. Give me something with substance. Give me somebody can go on that's gonna make me stop, think, pause. Okay, well, you got me there. Give me something like that. Give me something
Mm.
that I can't immediately come back and roast you with.
We need smoke, y'all. We need
We
smoke,
need
y'all.
smoke. Give me something that I can't come back and immediately roast you with. You got to think about what we're talking about. So right now we're doing a comparison to the two. So who is Lima? And you talking about
Mm.
who we gonna fight? It's gonna be somebody with more than 15 fights. Your boy last two opponents had 30 fights combined. So whoever we fight, I guarantee they're gonna have more than 15 fights. I bet you that.
Omar, thank you for the two piece. Did get dropped in the gym or not?
Who?
They didn't say. They didn't specify who.
Um,
Slay Tay, thank you for the two piece. They think y'all sweet, so they picked y'all.
who?
They think y'all sweet, so they picked y'all.
Oh, it's my dad.
I'm assuming that's who you fighting November
Well,
22nd. So,
we know
or
Devin didn't pick us, but we know Turkey
or
picked us. He
or
hinted that.
or are they talking about boots when the first
Well,
negotiations? Nah.
they didn't pick us. You seen what happened? That was nothing. We ain't finna go. We ain't finna do that shit all over again.
Junior
We not finna
versus
do that.
Allen Day. Thank you for the two piece. Junior versus a 32-0 Giovanni in a so-called lap boots entire career.
It does. It does. 32-0. 32-0. Another 24 years old. 32-0. The very next year. They gonna hate it though. They gonna hate it. Two 32-0 opponents on our resume. Two 32-0.
Mm. Slay Tay, thank you for the two piece. Richardson Hitchens said he'll even two up to fight B Norman and go back down because he think it's a sweet two. Did you
I
see that
can't
with Richardson?
I can't wait till he come up. We're gonna knock his ass back down. I can't
Mm.
after that. Oh no, that's who I want anyway, to be real with you.
That's
I
who you
want him
want?
anyway. Yeah, hell yeah.
Richardson Hitchens?
Yep.
Why?
Because he I don't worry about his person. That's who I want though.
Like that?
Like that
It's personal.
person.
Say
Yeah.
less. Say
So
less.
I'm
Um,
glad. So Rich Hitchens said that.
mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad he said that. That opened it up. I ain't want to bring it up. I'm glad he brought it up. So now
Slay Tay.
After we knock David Hayne ass out, make sure you step up and go to yelling. Mitch Richardson Hitchison, this is a message for you. After we knock David Hayne ass out, make sure you step up and go to yelling. And don't get quiet, motherfucker. Make sure you go to yelling.
Do you feel like that fight would happen? Do you think that he's serious?
That's fine. That could be a homecoming fight. That's fine.
Ooh, your
You want to
first
fight? If you want
homecoming.
to fight the champ, yeah. If you want to fight the champ, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Hey, again,
Atlanta, Richardson
look,
Hitchens, B
listen,
Norman.
listen. I told y'all this is what you call. This is how real fighters move. This is how real minded fighters move. We don't have to go through the ranks and find an unknown guy that's been knocked out or that ain't fought but 15 times and only fought 13 times. We don't have to go through the ranks and find that. No, we want everybody on that elite list that so-called run their MF mouth and talk that trash. That's who we want. But right now we gotta deal with Devin Haney.
The homie Chris Papa, thank you for the 10 piece. The man go to sleep with boots on his mind and wakes up with boots on his mind. Boots got a
No,
3 bedroom condo with a great view living rent free in the Norman mind. Worry about November, not boots.
see, that's what his people say when they want you to. Well, anytime you disrespect a man, anytime, especially when you cook them with facts, they hate the facts. You feel what I'm saying? They hate the facts. Hey, look, facts. His last look, watch this. Facts. The guy you talking about, Booth. His last two opponents has less fights than my our next opponent. His last two combined. Let's get that straight. His last two combined opponents combined have less fights than our next opponent, 32 and 0. His last two opponents combined has less fights than Giovanni Santillon. Is that a
Mm.
fact? Or y'all hate that? Is that a fact or no? Am I lying? Am I capping? Y'all say I be capping. Am I capping? Does his last two opponents, I can't make it true. Does his last two opponents have 15 fights apiece? Yes or no?
Smash
Has
the
it
like
wait?
button, y'all.
His last two opponents, wait, and then his last opponent, the so-called best opponent, best win was against a guy with 6 fights. Am I lying? Yes or no?
Mm.
Help me out. I do this, man. I do this for fun. I do it for fun.
Yeah, man. I hear you. Chris Papa, thank you for the 10 piece. Y'all feeling hurt because Boots just called out every name at 154 pounds. And you've been crying for Boots to say y'all son name, but he don't care about your son. Just put out the sparring footage between them and shut up. Diablo.
Last time I checked, there ain't no sparring footage between them. They sparred several times. And here's something that I thought about. And I thought about it before and I brought it up before. Have you ever noticed that we was up there for a lot of time? We was up there for a long time. And you hear about one sparring session, but you don't hear we sparred a lot of guys. You never heard all them guys, some of them you don't interview, YSM they interview. You ever notice that they never asked them how the sparring go with them? Have you ever noticed that?
Mm.
They never asked him that. So what happened to all the look? We in their city. What happened to the sparring with all these people? What about the rest of them? What happened with the rest of them? And I'm on record as telling y'all he whooped everybody ass. I told y'all that. There wasn't nobody but me and him, so of course there ain't gonna be nobody to vouch for me because we go solo dolo. They don't know how to roll like that. You feel what I'm saying? We was solo dolo. That's how we roll. That's what I say, baby. It was just us. But guess what? Ain't none of them guys who say they sparred him. Ain't none of them saying, nah, they just talking. I ain't feel it. I mean, he was okay. I mean, yeah, okay. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't nothing, man. It ain't nothing. They can't mess with us. But look, well, why are we talking about that? This man ain't gonna never fight Brian Norman Jr. So y'all bringing my son and him back together. I'm not even bringing that back together no more. He's talking about going to 160 already. He already talking about going to 160 already. Brian Norman Jr. trying to go undisputed at 147. So I'm on y'all side now. There's nothing to talk about when it comes to that. There's nothing to talk about.
Alan Day, thank you for the 2 piece. Let's
You froze a little bit. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. No, no, I heard you. Yeah, you froze. No, you froze. What did he say? What did he say? He said one or two tune-ups. What did he say? Well, now I think they're gonna go with our boss. If here it is, and Eddie just may not. Eddie ain't making no money. Told y'all that. Y'all go look at the no. I can't make it true. I can't make the people not buy. I can't make the people not sell. His tickets were like $45. I think floor seats was like $500. Something it was something crazy. But with that being said, is what I told y'all before. the numbers are going the wrong way. These numbers were even worse. That's why you didn't hear nobody like before. You heard about 14,000 wheels for the. That's why you didn't hear nobody saying all of that. That's why they had it blacked out. If you look up top, they had it blacked out up top. That place wasn't nah. So anyway, so the numbers are going the wrong way. He needs turkey money. So I doubt he go for a boss, even though that was a title eliminator and it's supposed to be for a boss. I doubt he does that, even though that's an easy win and an easy belt for Jaron. I doubt he goes for that. I think he gonna go for Turkey. He gonna go to Turkey and see what Turkey can drum up, see what Turkey can get, and I think that Turkey gonna shoot out Bachman.
Wendell, thank you for the 5 piece. Why every time we ask about Junior, you bring up Boots? I rock with y'all too. Y'all gotta shine y'all own light without diming
I'm
Boots.
what
You
I what
look mad, Unc.
I didn't get the question. You said why every time they ask about Junior. When you ask about Junior, I talked to you about Junior. I didn't bring up Boots. What you talking about? What you talking about? If I bring up Boots, it's because in this particular comparison today, this whole situation was about that. So so when you throw your little shots out there about a Jen Sasaki, about a going here, about a not a headliner, I know you're doing it in comparison to the other guy. So I'm going to tell you that okay, Brian Norman, boom, 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 and this guy here had boom, boom, boom. That's what I'm gonna tell you. This guy, look. This guy here was not a champion at 24 years old. This guy did not make any title defenses at 24 years old. This guy did not fight in anybody's hometown at 24 years old. 23, I'm sorry, at 23 years old. He didn't fight anybody at 23. You feel what I'm saying? Though these are facts that you can't deny. These are facts that you can't hate on. Now, and we're not gonna act like home field advantage don't matter. Home field advantage matters. That's not act like that's not a thing in sports. That's why when you go to the Super Bowl, if you play it at home in Louisiana or wherever you're gonna be, that's home. They don't see to y'all that only matters when it matters, but it is what it is. Give me some smoke.
Yeah, nah. I hear you on that because a lot of those offers too that were offered to Boots was for rehab season, I believe, as well.
And that's why he didn't accept them. That's why he signed back with Eddie because Eddie can get him at home. Riyadh season ain't going home. Ain't nothing in Riyadh season in Philly.
Yeah, but he's done. Even though he's not selling out the spots, you put it in 6, 7,000. It's still
Yeah,
something that a lot of these guys ain't
respect.
doing in today.
Definitely respect. Definitely respectable, but not when you pay your guy $1 million, and that's why you only got. That's why you can only afford to pay. That's why you can only afford to pay the other people 250,000. It's like who gonna take that fight? Who gonna take that fight? Who gonna take that risk?
What's your reaction to Eddie saying that uh, Boots is getting paid the most per second in boxing? And then
Yeah, I
they
heard him
they
say
said
that.
something. He was like, "What?"
Right,
But
right, right. What you talking about? Yeah, nah, he was going. I do that sometimes when I work, when I do certain jobs or whatever, and I make certain amount of money. I'm
and
sure
then
you
no,
have too.
and then he said, Senior, I thought I was gonna get some type of discount. And then Boots says,
Right.
we'll talk type shit.
Yeah. You know what it is. He know he overpaying that man. But like I said, you was saying what you was saying about the selling out and the respectable. Yeah, it doesn't work that way when you spend all that money on everything else, and that's why the going rate was so low for the opponent, $250,000. That's why I guarantee. I'm telling you, next is going to be he gonna go for a Riyadh season fight. He got to sell him out. He got to get that money. He got to lock in that money.
He mentions all the time that Stan Jonas was the number one welterweight other than Jaron Ennis. Even though that we see that in the ring they got your son up there. But then when the reporters ask about Connor Ben, which is the real welterweight, they he doesn't mention you guys at all, and in fact he's actually mentioning more like Barrios, Crocker. Yeah. What's your reaction to that?
You know what it is. Man, look, man, we still here. The facts gonna show everything, gonna prove everything. Everything. That's why more and more people are starting to see the light, especially with me talking before things ever happen. So more and more people are seeing the light. They gonna see what it is. Eddie see. Eddie know that's a dangerous fight for Conor Ben. He wouldn't dare put Conor Ben, especially with the style he fight. Conor Ben style, he gonna knock him out. He wouldn't dare
Mm,
put him in there with Brian Norman Jr. Ain't nowhere in the world. The
mm,
B would love B been want Conor Ben fight pretty much since he been boxing. That's straight. He said that because of how Conor Ben fight, like it's perfect. Okay, cool. Let's get that work. Yeah, nah. He gonna say a Barrios. He gonna say a Crocker. He gonna say a Pacquiao. He gonna say all them guys. He ain't gonna say a Brian Norman Jr. who pretty much nobody argues is the best at 147. The only ones gonna argue is the haters on the other side. Who hate it. The ones who hate it. You feel what I'm saying? Like Devin Haney said to Richardson Hitchison, who you said was talking that shit, and Richardson Hitchison didn't want to admit it. Richardson Hitchison, I heard you. He was telling me he the best at 147. I mean, since Boost moved up, shut your ass up. You gonna get it. Make sure you go calling it. Make sure you go saying it out loud. Make sure
mm.
you go saying it out loud.
Slay, Tay, thank you for the 5 piece. Hitchison gonna box his head off. Worse than the dude that dropped Norman. Laughing my ass off. Let's get Hitchison on the channel ASAP.
I don't need to do all. I'm not gonna do all that Richardson on here without before no fight with Devin Haney. We're gonna fight Devin Haney. Then I deal with that.
Mm.
But he the one that got to speak up. He ain't the man. He ain't nobody. You feel what I'm saying? He the one that got to speak up. He the one that got to speak up and come get this work. He the one that's gonna have to step up. We ain't coming down to 140. He gonna have to come to us. So no matter what, it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Blind Faith,
And
thank
we
you for the
go.
$2. Norman Bryan Ennis facts 1.7 mil.
So what now?
Just reading the super chats here.
1.
Uh,
Hey, look. Getting what we getting right now, 1.7 just seems so. I keep telling y'all that it's so beneath us. I'm so serious. Stop it. Stop it. Again, we won. We won. We won that one too. We won. Stop it. You ain't gonna get it. We got it. Plus more. Stop it. You lose every turn. Stop it.
Shout
You're
out to
not even
Blind
fighting.
Faith.
Hey, look, you're not even fighting a good fight. Stop it. Say what?
Shout out to the guy, Blind Faith, a member of Mill City Boxing for over 20 months. Mills, you the GOAT. Appreciate you, my guy. Chris Papa, thank you for the 5 piece. Y'all not getting none of the big names at 147 for a homecoming. How much you think y'all tickets gonna be, businessman? Norman versus Rashidi, 2026. Shout out to Chris Papa for the 5 piece.
Okay, so again, we got to deal with Devin Haney. I'm not going to go speaking on none of that other stuff. I'm not going to speak on none of that in the court. We got a whole team to go through for that and what's going to happen with that. So I don't speak on possibilities, Chris Popper. But I guess what we know, you sit here in the chat talking about what we gonna do, and you sitting your ass in the chat. That's what we do know. You feel me?
Wendell, thank you for the 5 piece. I asked who was Junior offered to fight as a headliner by Top Rank. Your reply was somebody better than Boots' last guy.
Oh no, no, no.
That
You said who
question
was
was
he?
no shot at you, Junior.
Oh no, no, my bad, my bad. No, I didn't hear you say who was Junior offered to fight. No, uh, Paul Moretti after Jen Sasaki fight did an interview saying that they was asked what's next. He said what's next is State Farm Arena homecoming, and so when you do that, it's like when you got Boots. It's like when Boots got a fight, you look for Boots an opponent. So it's the same as that way. So it's gonna take time to find the opponent. It's gonna take time to do the negotiations or whatever. But if people don't know this, Devin Haney, the Warrior, stepped up 7 days after Jen Sasaki fight, and the fight was already made. 7 days. It didn't take 2 months. It didn't take 3 months to make. It didn't take 2 weeks. It didn't take 3 weeks. The fight with Devin Haney was made within seven was made in 7 days. That's how it is. That's how it is when two people want to fight. See, people get it mixed up. I don't mind giving props. Bill had to get it mixed up. I don't mind giving props as long as you step in the ring because the proof is gonna be put in the ring. They get it twisted. It's just about boxing fans wanting to see what's actually happening. They want to see what's actually transpiring in the ring. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't about. They just all about talk. Huh? Don't do that. Okay.
Work, y'all. And for the people that have been donating on the super chats, we really appreciate you. Um, damn, 700 and only 200 plus likes. This is nasty, senior. We were
Sure.
almost here for cooking for an hour. You know what I mean? We get in this, we trying to get smoke, but this, you know what I mean?
Nah, ain't no smoke for me, man. Ain't no smoke for me. They spectators, baby. They just spectators. Ain't no smoke for me. Ain't no
Mr.
smoke for me. Ain't no real smoke for me. Ain't no real smoke. Ain't no real look. They have no legit facts to give me to cook me with. There's no smoke for me. I listen, man. You know how I spent over a year now. I spent over a year now extinguishing all the smoke till it ain't no smoke. I sat out here and I did it by myself till it ain't no smoke. Y'all mans did me the favor of helping my argument out every single time. There is no smoke.
Mr.
Put give us
Effin.
some color. Give us some color out here. Give us some color out here. Yeah, I just seen somebody pop up. What are you talking about?
Let's get that color. Mr. Effin Elliott, thank you for the 5 piece. Senior, what's the plan for Junior after Dev fight? Who who do y'all want next? Question mark. And do you want Junior to stay at 147 pounds and gradually go up to 154 pounds? Question mark. Mill City, what's good? What's popping, baby?
Well, I'm gonna piggyback on something that Bill Haney retarded ass said the other day.
Damn.
Brian Norman Jr. was 152 pounds walking around when he went pro. He fought at 147. That means that he lost what 5 pounds. So he lost 5 pounds to go fight. Um, he gradually got bigger. Now he walks around about 164 pounds max. So now he goes down. He stays within 15 pounds of weight. Is my point. You feel what I'm saying? Bill Haney seems to think that going from being at 152 going down to 147 is a weight bully, but being at 165 going down to 135 is okay. Is understandable, and we ought to be ashamed of ourselves for being at 152 going in at 147. That's what he said. This is a true story. He's so retarded he didn't even get that he was cooking himself. He said we ought to be ashamed of ourselves because my son been a welterweight for all of this time. I'm like, okay, well, welterweight, but he walked around smaller visibly, no hair on his face, no hair, nothing. Like he was visibly smaller. You feel what I'm saying? But we still fought at the same weight. At the same time, a lot of exactly, exactly, exactly. Now, how long I got to finish? I want to answer your question because you did a super chat. Well, read the rest of that question again. Read it again.
The next one. Hold on.
He said, "What's next?" Right? Oh, he
Yeah,
will be
like
at
what's
140.
next?
Okay, he will be at 147. He gonna stay there till he go undisputed. Um, he stays in shape, so we're gonna try to keep him down the line. When your body grow, your body grows. So that is what it is. But for right now, we have no issues whatsoever making 147. So we ain't got no plans of moving up until he go undisputed. If God see different, then that's what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, that's what it is. He said, "Who do I have in mind?" You just named the Mill City. Just named the name that I would love. You feel what I'm saying? I've already named some other guys I would love, but we can't speak on none of that until we deal with Debo Dev. You feel what I'm saying?
Evil Dev. Israel light for light for life. Thank you for the 10 piece. Salute to Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. Why is Boots getting so much hate when he stopped two grown men on the stool and was a champion? No disrespect.
Say that one more time. Read it again.
Salute to Brian Norman Sr. and Jr. Why is Boots getting so much hate when he stopped two grown men on the stool and was a champion? No disrespect.
He not getting hate for that. Nobody's hating on him for that. So I don't really have an answer for that. He's not getting hate for that at all.
Israelite for life. Thank you for the 10 piece. Also new to the channel. Salute. Appreciate you for subbing. Appreciate the donations as well, guys. Really do. Smash a like button. We got over 700 people on the live. Only 260 likes. It's nasty working here, but I know you guys are enjoying this content. Talk to me. What you see in the comments, seeing that you like, you want to pick at? Because I see you watching. I see you looking.
I be trying. I can't.
I know you're trying to pick up the best one. I see you.
Yeah. Now they be coming so fast. So I glance down, I see one. You know, this shit really crazy to mine. You know, you look like you wear glasses. So
Oh
this
hell
shit,
yeah.
yeah. So let me see.
Um, this is a glass jar. Yeah,
I think
man.
I don't feel nothing. No, they ain't talking. Hey, they ain't got no smoke for me. Ain't nobody talking about nothing. Ain't nobody. Hey, look, look, man. Listen, I'm the only one. I'm the only one out here trying to give you the facts, baby. I'm the only one out here. I'm standing front and center in the yard, butt naked, ass out, pause, waiting on the smoke. I'm waiting on it. I don't see no smoke. Give me something. Give me something that I can. Give me a fact that I can cook, man. Give me something. Y'all have nothing for me, man. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what they hate about me. They want to shut me up so bad. That's why they root for Debo. That's why most of them root for Debo Dev to tattoo Brian Norman Jr. up or whatever else. That's why you got Bill Haney out here planting these fake ass seeds that ain't gonna grow. Bill, I'm smarter than you. I know exactly what you did. I know exactly what you planted. Dog, it's not gonna matter. When they get in the ring, it's two people in the ring. You heard Eddie Hearn say that Bill hates for Devin to get hit. And we can all go back and see why. We can all go back and see why. Do me a favor. Y'all go back and look at Ramirez fight, right? Go back and look at Ramirez fight. First round, first double jab. Devin Head said, crowd was, I mean, the commentator didn't say a word about it though. Like it happens a lot. It happens a lot, but if don't nobody mention it, it's nothing. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So to be honest with you, Devin can't get out of the way of a jab. I seen several. I seen Linares. So you feel what I'm saying? So just like did Brian Norman get hit, people get hit with jabs. Jab is the most. That's the most lethal punch. It's the best punch in boxing, baby. You
Yeah,
feel me?
it's
It's the
the most
best punch in
common too.
boxing, huh?
It's the most common punches you're gonna get touched
The
with.
most common punch is the best punch in Jabson. It sets up everything. Like the jab is, he absolutely right. Bill Haney,
Yeah.
you was right about that stick. I'm agreeing
Like
with
I
you,
would
buddy.
get mad at my students when I used to coach that if you got hit with a right hand and you was orthodox and you just got hit in time, that's bad. You gonna have a long night.
Yeah, yeah,
Brandon, thank
yeah.
you for the 5 piece. Dots on Hearn/Boots calling out Ortiz, and he got a fight lined up. Similar tactic to when he called you guys out when you had the
Don't make
when you
right.
guys were
Don't
lined
make
up.
yeah. And then he did another one. When he was like Eric Gomez said, "Let us get this fight out the way." Oh, y'all ain't got no problem with that, but you got a problem with Brian. It's a bunch of games, man. I keep telling y'all. Like at this point, I can give you direct correlation. We ain't talking about that's different, this different. No, direct correlation to where these people, this person did the identical thing that we did, and you got the other motherfucker that swear up and down that ain't what happened. Identical, direct correlation. I don't think Virgil fight is the first fight with Lubin, I don't think that's already won. I think Lubin is a good fighter. He's still, he's been through some wars, or whatever. He definitely a name at 154, whatever. So I don't think that Virgin fighter fight is just like a walkthrough. So the Virgin definitely can't overlook Lubin. You know what I'm saying? Although I do believe that Virgil has a more tailor made fight for Boots, but I think it's still a good test, and that's the fight that we all want to see. That's a fight that we all want to see because that's just a fight that's been talked about. You know how people are. You know what I'm saying? They want to see some type of resistance. It's like we don't want to see a Lima when you already know what's going to happen before that happens. We don't want to see a Stanionis when you already know what's going to happen when it's going to happen. Now, when I say what I say about the pressure, Stanionis was the best one because that was the one that hadn't been seen, hadn't been tested against anybody. You feel what I'm saying? But for the most, who didn't give Stanionis credit for nothing, but just gave him credit for what he was doing. They feel like they already knew what was going to happen. I personally did, and I was like, okay, we're gonna see will that pressure hold up, will that jab hold up. He didn't give the jab, and the pressure was lackluster, and that was to the credit of Boots moving around and not standing in front of him and stepping around him and hitting him with the body shots. Again, I don't mind giving props what props to do. You feel what I'm saying? So that was to Boots' credit how he did Stanionis. You feel what I'm saying? and he had staying on the scared the jab. So that was to boost credit. I don't mind giving credit. You feel what I'm saying? People wrong about me. I tell the truth across the board. I tell the truth about David Haney. I tell the truth about Jaron Ennis. I tell the truth about Brian Norman. I tell the truth about everything. I ain't got a lot of y'all.
Tell me, obviously, this was supposed to be a tune-up, and like you said, like your other homie said, it was more like an oil change. And do you feel like that will kind of hurt Boots if he does take that step up for the IBF title, due to the fact that they said I want to get acclimated. This is not really getting acclimated to the weight
Yeah,
class. So,
yeah.
what do you think about that? Like, do you think it's gonna
Yeah,
hurt
yeah,
him in the
yeah.
long
No,
run?
he needed a tougher fight. He needed a tougher fight to get acclimated. He definitely needs to.
He needed
Yeah,
rounds. He needed
that was a
rounds.
homecoming showcase fight. That's what I told you it was. I told you what that was. I told y'all what that was when the fight was I told y'all what that was before Lima was found. I say he needs a certain type of fighter to make him look great. Go find any interview. You'll hear me say, I can't make it. I can't make it true. You feel what I'm saying? That was let me see. Who would have been a good fight? Maybe
Yo,
even a fighter like a Mendoza that beat what's his name? You know what I'm saying? Somebody like a Mendoza. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's actually a 154 pounder that's been around that you know what I mean that knows what
if
they're doing.
Thurman don't get the Fundora fight,
Yeah, Thurman, Thurman. Yeah, I said Mendoza, but yeah, Thurman. Even Thurman,
they
like you gotta
said
remember,
when they mentioned Thurman, they said that Thurman don't want that fight. But
Thurman
Thurman told
called.
me
Thurman,
that he
he
wanted
called
that
for the
fight.
fight. He called for the fight. So how you gonna say Thurman don't want? That's what they said about Brian Norman Jr. You can't. That's That's how they diminish people. They tell the people what they don't want, and then the people, the believers, are just gonna go. They don't want that fight. What he said, he said out his mouth he want to fight. So you gonna
What
say you
about a
don't want to?
my bad, my bad. What about a Brandon Adams? Would that be
That would be now. That's a tune-up fight.
that's a tune-up fight?
Brandon Brandon Adams. I think Brandon Adams is a little better than a tune-up fight, but I don't think Brandon Adams can stand a chance against Boots. But he's a tough fighter. He's a
He'll go
good
rounds
fighter. Oh, all 12. All 12.
all 12.
All 12. Yeah. I mean, bro, that's a good one, but I think he will. I think he'll find a way to make it. I think he'll find a way to make it. I mean, he very muscular. I was very muscular. And having muscles make you a lot tired. Like I was feeling for Brandon Adams when he was in
Fatigued.
that fight. Yeah, hey, look, I remember when he was in there fighting and the big ass muscles got heavy. Shit, I remember them days. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. He might get Brandon Adams late, but I like Brandon Adams. I like Brandon Adams. I think he's a very doable fighter. I like him. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So yes, Brandon Adams was a perfect. That's that's a perfect so-called tune-up, and I don't want to disrespect him and call him a tune-up fighter, especially after doing what he just did. But I'm not disrespecting you, Brandon Adams, or whatever else. But I mean, I think you're a good fighter, whatever else. But I don't think he can beat Boots. You know what I'm saying? Boots do a little bit too much, but Brandon is heavier, he's strong, he's solid, he's durable. So like it just stands to be seen. I just don't think he can do enough. I don't think Boots will knock him out. I just don't think that if he did it'd be through sheer exhaustion. But I just don't like I said through muscle fatigue and shit like that. 'Cause when you that big and you that muscular, there's nothing you can do about it. The muscles get tired. That's why you don't see a whole lot of muscular fighters. Big with big muscles. That's why you don't see a whole lot of big muscle fighters in boxing because muscles are the worst.
Crafty, thank you for the two piece. So, what do you think Ennis is about to do next?
I don't know. I think I said you got to think at the bit. You got to look at the. I think Eddie was genuine about what he said. I know you think he was playing and acting. I think Eddie gullible enough to be genuine about what he was saying. I think Eddie was really deal excited about what he just saw, and so he could sell it to Turkey Al Sheik. I'm sure he talked to Turkey Al Sheik or whatever else. So I think that I don't know if he gonna take it or not. I don't know, but I told y'all I think the next thing is Turkey Al Sheik gonna offer him Bakram Maratalia and for Riyadh season in February. That's what I think.
You think he beats him? You think Boots beats him?
We didn't see Bakram in there with anybody, but we didn't see Bakram in there with anybody. You know what? No, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a good fight because something I do know is when you break his punches up with power, he gonna respect you. He gonna respect you, and he gonna do less. And then he gonna be in a whole nother hometown. So I don't know. I don't that is a 50-50. I don't know about that one. I have to look at that one. I have to watch Bachram again. All I remember is how he beat up Tim Zoo. I never seen him fight nowhere else. I never watched him fight anywhere else. So I never watched Bachram. I didn't study Bachram enough to know. But just off the top of my head, I think the power alone will keep Boots honest. He'll keep Boots respect. Cause like I said, I seen that with my own eyes. Boots definitely can be tamed. He definitely can be tamed to where he don't throw all them punches, where he don't do all that showboat. He can definitely be tamed.
Mm. I never got your reaction on Fundora. He pulled out the fight due to a hand injury. Obviously, Keith Thurman put up a post earlier yesterday talking about, there's some people out there that really don't believe you. Some people were also saying that the interview that I dropped, which was like 2 days that I made 2 days prior to the day that I dropped it, they said that, you know, it seemed like he already knew that it wasn't going to happen because he didn't really want to answer any of my questions and kind of really didn't want to be in the interview per se. I mean, didn't know if you got to check out the interview. What's your thoughts on just that pullout per se? Pause.
I didn't see the whole. You stupid. I didn't see the whole. I didn't see the
I was like
whole.
that pullout. Like, what?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't see the whole interview. But as far as him saying about I think there's a point here. I think there's a point. I think I've listened to some YouTube creators. I know they be crazy. They be like, y'all be Looney Tunes. But nah, some of them are more crazy than others. Oh yeah, y'all be crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Some of them are crazy. Some of them are crazier than others. But I did hear some that made a lot of sense. And let's look at this. Let's look at this from a realistic. I like to be realistic about everything we're looking at. So they postponed the fight, but they already got another spot for the fight, right?
He said something about possibly
The undercard.
January.
No, it's supposed to be on the undercard of Roach fight. Is it Roach Cruz fight?
Who? No, no, no. They had their main. That was a main event for $80.
I know, but I think they're combining. Are they combine? I think they're combining that fight.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
I think they're combining that fight. I don't want to say nothing wrong, but again, people be saying stuff and they be wrong. So I could be going off something that's wrong. So
That's
I
probably
don't
one of
really
the
have no.
yeah, that's probably one of the crazy content creators you're talking about.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So okay,
Or
so
maybe
then
the ticket sales weren't doing good.
exactly, exactly, and that's what it was. That's what it was about. I heard that the ticket sales wasn't doing good. Then I heard, don't know if this is true or not. Then I heard it was put on somebody undercard. If they combine that fight, then that goes directly into the ticket sales not doing good. You get what I'm saying? If they combine it with the undercard. Also, if they
But remember,
already have
Keith Thurman said he didn't take a fight with Turkey because
I know.
it
Yeah,
wasn't an
yeah, yeah.
undercard. It was
Yeah,
on the
yeah, yeah,
undercard.
yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah. I, I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this though. If damn, I lost my whole motherfucker. Okay, if they already have a date, if they already have a date, right? If they already have a date for the postponement, it's bullshit.
mm,
If they already have a date for
mhm.
the postponement, it's bullshit.
You think it was
Because do,
it was the ticket sales was shitty?
yes, if they already have a date, it's bullshit. If they don't have a date and there's further notice, then okay, we can possibly believe it. If they already have a date and they said January, that's bullshit. Because you don't know if it's hand, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what it is. You feel what I'm saying? You don't do that based on that. You know what I mean? You don't make them kind of mistakes. So no, you especially don't put a large show together, a pay-per-view event. Nah. Uh-uh. It's
In that
bullshit. So
interview, in that interview, he was, Fundora was saying, that you know, Keith talks a lot of shit. He's like he's looking for the big money fights. I asked him if Xander unification is a big fight. He said no. Xander, no. I mean, I don't know. You said you didn't check out the interview, right?
I didn't see the whole thing. I just heard when he was talking about his hand. I heard him talking about a doctor's note. Did he say show something? Keep
Yeah.
throwing funny. Keep throwing
Keith,
funny.
yeah,
I
Keith,
like
like,
it.
yeah, we need to see
He's
that
funny.
note, dog. I feel bad for Keith. I
The
actually
champ
feel
just
bad for
got
Keith.
hey. Champ, the champ just came in. Hey, look, I told you he'll be with my Blad TV shit. Come here, man. Come here. I got the champ, man. Champ just walked in.
What's cracking, champ? How you doing, man?
What's up? What you got? I told you he'll be with the shit I be doing, man. Man, shake it, but the lean, the cream, brother. Straight from the fall breeze. You know what I'm
Hold on.
saying?
How's training camp?
It's going good, man. It's going good. I mean, we're just doing the best that we can. Um, in God's will, we're gonna do our thing. And just gonna leave it up to him. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can do, brother. That's all we can. Y'all be all right. That's not.
Oh shit, you funny as hell, huh?
What's up, man?
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, he thought about the. Did he see the first round KO?
Did you see the fight? I ain't been on social media. No, you didn't see the fight last night though. Nah, he ain't been on social media. He said he forgot about the fight. So he ain't been on nothing. Shout out on the phone with Jolene. She had told him. He said Jolene just told him. He ain't been on social media. You ain't seen him nowhere. He been locked in. I believe
Oh, he's
that.
working. Oh, he's working with Jolene as well.
Jolene was on his manager.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, that's right, that's right, that's
So
right.
you don't even know. You don't even, you can talk to him all the time, but you don't even know the team. But now I deleted all social media, so I had to forgot about everything.
Now,
Yeah,
I see. I seen a couple of the interviews. I seen
what
a
you talking
couple
about?
of the. I seen a couple of your interviews where I seen the one with Kayla.
She came to the girl. She came to the. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So, tell me though, are you excited?
I mean, you tell me what you am I? How do I look?
I don't know. I don't know right now.
I'm very excited. So excited. Can't you tell? So excited.
Man, but now you're going to be going to Riyadh. I mean, Saudi Arabia soon. I mean, tell me, like, is that exciting though?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Add another little stat to my passport and another mission under my belt. You know what I'm saying? Add something to the resume. You know what I'm saying? All good in the hood.
How about everybody saying that they feel like this fight should be the main event? What would you say?
I mean, that's how they feel. They must know something. They must
Yeah,
know something. I
yeah.
mean, two undefeated fighters going at it. I think gonna be one for the book. Two undefeated. We got 32 and no, 15 knockouts versus 28 and no, 22 knockouts. Two young, hungry fighters. Athletically gifted, both of us. I mean, both got a father in the lives. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't matter. But
Hey, listen, I like the pickup for sparring partner with Elijah Flores. I think that was like a smooth pickup. He's been in there with Devin as well. When you guys were talking, what was the conversation like?
I don't know what you're talking about, brother. I ain't got no sparring partner.
You was sparring off Elijah Flores.
No, I wasn't. I was hitting the heavy bag a lot. To be real.
You funny
I just
as
been moving around the
hell.
heavy bag. You know what I'm saying? Just bag it. But no, it was good work though. Real deal. It was good work. You said like, was I asking questions about dude or something?
I mean, I know he's a cool cat. You know what I mean? He's been in there
Yeah.
with Haney. I'm pretty sure he has his own prediction as well, right?
I mean, you got to ask him about his prediction, but no, we were just getting great work in, great
He ain't
rounds.
giving you no tip on him.
To be myself. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. I tell you, I'm the one I talked. I had beating that. Yeah, I don't really. Those ain't my questions. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I told you already. I asked him. You reach out to him. I asked him. I asked.
You know I had to ask Beto.
Yeah, beat up. I'm trying to tell you, it's like he ain't gonna care about what nobody else got to say because what they got to say ain't gonna really matter. It's gonna be about. I got to ride back on that, man. Y'all gonna do your little thug, blizz out the shiz out the blizz out the what out. Right. All right.
Take
Yeah.
it easy, champ. Take care.
He's all right.
So yeah, for the people that didn't get to see that segment yesterday, I mean, what did that conversation look like with Elijah Flores after that sparring?
I was like, "What you?" I just asked, "What you think?" He was just like, "I don't think." B don't even know this. I said, "What you think?" I said, "What you think about?" I said, "You spar hand. What you think?" He said, "I think." I was like, "I don't think there's nothing he can do." He said, "When he feel that power B coming with, When he feel them punches from B, especially 8 ounce gloves, ain't no way in the hell he gonna stand there. He said he gonna nut up. That's what he said. That's what he said. See, B didn't even know that. We ain't talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see that.
Why don't you reach out to him?
I already did. He
You talk
he.
to him?
Yeah. I seen him on live yesterday, and I told him, "Yo, we gotta get up again." And he said, "Yeah, for sure." He's my man.
Yeah. He'll tell you. He'll tell you where we were put. He went there. He saw a lot. He saw a whole lot. He'll
Yeah,
tell you. He saw
yeah,
a
nah.
whole lot.
And he keep it a buck, and he actually gives people intel on the interviews as well. So
Absolutely smart
stay tuned
kid,
for
man.
that.
Smart kid. He definitely on his way. I can promise you that. He definitely ain't nobody slouch. He ain't. Yeah, nah, he on his way.
Big facts. Big.
What you like? 22 or 21?
He's young. I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
exactly
I
the
think
age.
21. I think 21. Yeah, cool. Cooler than the fan. Him and his pop.
Big
Cooler than the
facts.
fan.
Israel Life for Life. Thank you for the 10 piece. Brian Senior and Junior is wild. Laughing my ass up. Yo, but on serious note, Brian Senior and Senior Boots call out a lot of fighters, which one they make salute. I don't know what that meant. Which one they make salute.
Let me see. What you talking about? Let me see.
Israel like
Wow, LOL,
Brian
you'll be
Senior Junior is wild.
Boost. Boost call out a lot of fighters. Which one they would make? I, maybe he meant which fight would they make? I don't know. I don't know. Again, I think the fight to be and the fight is gonna happen and the fight is gonna get off in the near future. And then what we're gonna see is Bachman. I think because I'm telling you, Eddie is about money. Eddie is about money. You keep hearing him bring up Turkey. Think about it. Why, if you got your own promotional company and you promoting your own fighters, why would you bring up Turkey? Another someone that's gonna put it somewhere because it's free money. He has to do nothing. Nothing. Top rank, top rank, they're doing nothing. They're just collecting a check from this Devin Haney fight. They're doing nothing. You feel what I'm saying? That's the beauty of being a promoter. That's when you become a successful promoter. When you promote the job of a promoter, the job of a promoter is to promote their fighter, make them big, make them stars or whatever else, and possibly get ticket sales, create revenue from this, and generate revenue from this, sponsors, whatever they're gonna do. But the easiest way is to get a bank loan like Turkey out of sheet. Not a loan, but a bank grant. You feel what I'm saying?
Funding.
Like Turkey.
Funding, yeah.
Funding, yeah, get a bank funding, and you ain't even got to pay it all back. That's how nonprofit organizations work. Like when you get that money, you ain't got to pay the rest of that money back. Eddie ain't got to pay nothing back. That's all. All of that is going to Eddie pocket. It's going into the Boost pocket. If he make $5 million, then Eddie gonna make two. What? Yeah, something like that. 1.5, something like that. 1.6, some shit like that. I did the math before.
Frederick, thank you for the 2 piece. Respect to the Normans. Salute.
Salute, man. Salute.
So
But
now
like I
you're getting
said,
that
man,
respect, Senior. Now you're getting that respect.
but you got to understand. I've been getting the respect from people who got open minds. I've been getting respect. I fought my way to this respect because they thought I was just a crazy fool. You feel what I'm saying? They thought I was just something. Look, they think I'm a drunk and I don't even drink. Imagine that.
Oh, shit.
Imagine people thinking I'm an old drunk that don't even drink at all. You feel what I'm saying? Imagine that. Imagine
Yeah.
them thinking like it's crazy. I just look at some of this shit. I'm like, this is wild. You feel me? But
Well,
yeah, nah.
Senior. Yep.
Huh?
No, go ahead. What were you saying, my bad?
Yeah, nah, I'm just saying, but nah, I mean, people starting to see I'm telling the truth. They starting to see I told the truth from the beginning. When I tell you what it's gonna be, that's what it's gonna be. Yes, I am wrong occasionally, but not a lot at all, not a lot by far. I've been right a lot, way more times than I've been wrong about anything because I look at the facts, I look at the chances, I look at the probabilities, and I know what it is. Go through experience. That's it.
It's gonna be a good one, man. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
good one.
man. Yeah, man. Devin Haney, Brian Norman Jr., man. Tune in November 22nd. Riyadh season, man. Battle of the Young Cats. You feel what I'm saying? They say power against boxer or whatever else. I think y'all gonna stand to see something a little bit different. That man don't stand a chance, in my opinion.
Yep. Well, man, appreciate you, senior, for tapping in. You already know. Enjoy the rest of your day. Shit's about to get. We got like a pig roast today, and it's raining. And my girl want to rush me in the house right now. So you
Okay.
already know.
All right, I'm out of All
Stay
right.
blessed. Smash the like
So,
button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel. And we out. Stay blessed. And on to the next.